Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I haven't covered any NFL news here in a few days, so I wanted to talk about some here. So, first thing I want to talk about is some news here via Sirius XM NFL. Cowboys EVP, Stephen Jones, some news to talk about with him, and he basically talked about why basically the lack of interest in Derrick Henry, how they didn't have any interest, or the lack of interest, and he blamed the salary cap for the team's lack of interest in running back Derrick Henry. He said, and quote here from Sirius XM NFL, "Our situation is just, and no one ever wants to say it, but it's salary cap, and we just didn't have the money to allocate to that position in terms of where we were from a cap standpoint. Knowing what we're looking at with Dak and certainly Micah and CD, we just didn't have those type of resources to allocate to that position, or we would have probably already had it filled with Tony Pollard. Our only signings are Eric Kendricks and Zeke Elliott. The cap is higher than ever. It's your job to fucking figure it out. Improve the damn roster. The last time they built a roster good enough to get past the division round of the playoffs was before the fucking salary cap existed. I don't know. But they won 2 Super Bowls with the salary cap in place. Nobody was grandfathered in. Just because they had players on their roster from before the salary cap doesn't mean it's the same roster either. They constructed a roster in 94-96 with the cap in place. But to me, don't use the cap as an excuse. Every player doesn't need to be the highest paid at their goddamn position. Just pay them. You don't have to pay them the highest at their position. I think it's just a damn excuse. Take notes from Howie Roseman. Hey, I don't like the Eagles, division rival, but look what Howie Roseman's doing. He's making those big moves, Jerry Jones. Why don't you make those big moves, sir? Sick of the fucking salary cap talk. Sounds like the average person who can't balance their checkbook. Fucking billionaire franchise. Here's a fun fact for you. Jerry Jones has never won a Super Bowl having to build a roster with a salary cap in place. Oh, what happened, Jerry Jones saying, oh, we're going to be all in this season. All in my ass. Sick of that shit. Oh yeah, all in. All in there. All in there getting Eric Kendricks and a washed up Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah, running back number 1 right there. So, part of Albert Breer here, and it's kind of awkward. One of the reasons Kirk Cousins left the hashtag Vikings was because of their intentions to draft a quarterback in the 2024 NFL Draft, per Albert Breer. Kirk Cousins ended up signing with the hashtag Falcons, and they drafted Michael Penix Jr. with the 8th overall pick. And, I mean, Kirk still won because he fleeced the Falcons $100 million without a shosty. But he's earned over $230 million for his career thus far. I think he's going to survive. But everyone knows that the Falcons pick was a blindside for Kirk Cousins. Yeah, but he's in his 30s. I mean, he should expect that. If he doesn't, then he's not living in reality. But in the reality of today's NFL, if you're not among the elites at QB, it's fair game for the team to try and upgrade. So, per report, the hashtag Raiders have signed former hashtag Chargers wide receiver Jalen Guyton per the team. Who? Who's that? Nobody know who that is. So, trending via Adam Sheen. Eagles GM Howie Roseman talked to him about Saquon Barkley, and he says Saquon Barkley has, end quote, Hall of Fame talent, and that being in a good situation with the Eagles will help maximize his talent, he told Adam Sheen. End quote here. There's risk in every decision you make, but we don't think there's any risk on the talent. I don't think there's anyone when he came out of the draft that didn't think he wasn't a Hall of Fame caliber talent. In person. He's still young, and we're really excited to have him, period, end quote. He's not wrong at all. We all know he's really skilled. Just he's had a bad offensive line, and I think everyone agrees that the Giants didn't do the best in maximizing his talent. I think the Eagles, while I don't like him, they'll do a better job of maximizing his talent than the Giants. They have a great offense, still a good offensive line even without Jason Kelce. But the health the last few seasons really hasn't been a major concern. But he was good. Had a good season last year. I think the offensive line will be fine for him. So Tyreek Hill says he's hoping to retire with the hashtag Dolphins via Dolphins Wire. And quote, I would like to retire in Miami, but we all know how the NFL is, how jobs go, and people getting promotions over here. Miami's a great city, man. I love the team I play on, love the guys in the locker room, love the head coach, love the GM, so that means sign me. I love all you guys so much. I want to stay in Miami forever. Keep me there. Literally every single player says this at some point in their career. But he could have had 2 more rings on the Chiefs from just saying. I know he got the bag. I know he's putting up still great numbers, but he could have had 2 more Super Bowl rings. That's all talk until the next big contract comes along. The NFL's a business, so... per your report, the hashtag Panthers are expected to sign free agent running back Rashad Penny per Jay Fowler ESPN. That's honestly a solid move, I guess. But it's not really that great. I mean, I wouldn't say solid. I mean, it's okay. So, trending, the hashtag Browns have high expectations for QB Deshaun Watson and the Browns offense in 2024, says GM Andrew Berry. High expectations for Deshaun Watson? Okay there. End quote, we do expect to hit the ground running on that side of the ball. And I know he is very excited about returning to the playing field and getting over this injury. We do have high expectations for him in the offense this season. He hasn't done anything in Cleveland so far. Oh yeah, the winning record. Kenny Pickett had a winning record in Pittsburgh, and now he's back up to Jalen Hurts. Record doesn't mean shit. You're telling me the Browns have high expectations for a guy they traded away 3 first-round picks, 2 thirds, and 2 fourths for, and gave fully guaranteed money. I'd hope you have a high expectation to trade a shitload of draft picks. So Tom Brady on the Netflix thing that was aired last night, I think, he talked about the Deflategate. He said, end quote, the NFL spent $20 million and found that it was more probable than not that I was genuinely aware that someone may deflate my footballs. You could have just given me the $20 million. I would have just told you I fucking did it. This is one of the jokes where you don't know if he's actually joking or trying to mask the truth, but honestly, he's probably joking. I mean, there is some truth in every joke. But I mean, it's a roast, like a joke at a roast thing. But I mean, maybe he was, maybe he did deflate the footballs. But at this point, he's retired. I mean, if you say you do, who gives a fuck? J.J. Watt told Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans that he could come out of retirement and rejoin the team if it is absolutely needed. Oh, it's absolutely needed just for the Ayora. What do the people say now? Ayora? Doubt this would happen though. I mean, but nothing beats the adrenaline of him playing that film. Maybe he can make one final run at it, but I don't know. I mean, if they need him to, there's a chance. I think he just sees the opportunity to chase a ring, but that's just me. So this was from 3 days ago here. Michael Irvin has been let go from NFL Network after 20 plus years with the company. I mean, I don't know much what to say about it. I mean, he was alright. I'm not gonna say it's a bad move or good move because I don't really watch NFL Network. The Bills signed a free agent wide receiver Chase Claypool. Well, signed Chase Claypool. Great. The Dolphins signed Odell Beckham Jr. free agent receiver. talented. Yeah, maybe in 2016. But yeah, that's all the new NFL news here from JPA Football. So it's really enough to say here. So until next time, out. Peace.